All right, now we need to have a chat about the biosecurity aspects of this project. And first step, I guess, will be identifying where the Kodi are. That's the pieces that we really want to avoid if we can with our trapping or our monitoring.
And should we avoid going in there during certain times of year?
Yeah, definitely. I think timing's a big part. The frequency, how many times we go in and check those traps or do the monitoring, and trying to avoid those wet stages of the year when there's a lot of mud around.
So how do we reduce those risks of spreading the soil?
Well, hygiene coming in and out. We need to be coming in clean and we need to be going out clean. Arriving on site with no soil on our gear or our footwear, and then having some sort of method in the forest to be able to clean before we come out.
So would we do that at the same time we usually do?
No, I think we've got to avoid that muddy time of the year. It's a soil-borne disease. We want to try and reduce that risk, so we're going to concentrate our trapping and our setup in the drier periods of the year.
Okay, so it's about not doing what we usually do.
Definitely. We need to change our methods to fit this particular forest here and the risks and the hazards there.
And so where are we going to put these lines?
Well, again, we'd normally be running up those spurs and ridges, but that's where the Kodi are. So we're going to have to come bring the traps away from those spurs and ridges. And yeah, we might have to bust down into some of this tiger country, which again is going to take us a lot more time.
And how are we going to avoid spreading the soil from those places?
Well, coming in clean. So when we arrive, we're going to have clean vehicles and clean gear, including footwear. And then we're going to have to figure out some sort of way, some sort of order that we do these traps, maybe to do those high-risk areas last, so that they're reducing that risk of spreading something from there, but also setting up hygiene stations in amongst these lines, so that we can avoid the trees, but also have ways to clean our gear sometimes in the middle of the bush.
So we won't necessarily be getting a lot of possums or pests?
Well, I think we're going to have to take a cut. It's not going to be as effective as and efficient as it has done in the past, but again, we need to put that biosecurity at the top and concentrate on saving the Kodi as the cornerstone of this project.
Not necessarily the easiest option.
No, I think it's going to be harder than it has been in the past, but what's the point of doing these projects to save the habitat if we lose those keystone Kodi out of the equation?